So as I was saying, somebody has been diligently taking notes during my show, and then has provided Kevin with a list of bullet points for him to read on air, and try to like put Karmic on the spot. Now,
cool.
You were here for the show. All I want to do is just say I don't know who this could be, but I do know that whoever it is, their listening comprehension sucks, or they just fucking. It's clear that they don't like me. Whoever it is,
Okay.
It's like, there's a couple of little adjectives and adverbs in there, pathetically and stuff like that. You know what I mean? With just you'll see.
The fuck's happening? I read it. Now it's gone.
I just want to show how dumb people are that they can't fucking.
Well, the universe
is
not providing. No, they made a bunch of points. They did point by point.
Oh, point by point.
Point by point.
Oh, Pat lost his mind about you and Karmic tonight.
What the hell? We'll have to talk about this.
This is from an email.
Oh my God.
12:34 a.m. today. He is dying for you to snipe him or send him the link. The shit show is still unfolding, but these are the low lights so far. He entitled.
Okay, so already, and now we've missed it because we were one fantastic new hairstyle. Everybody loves it, especially the gals, if you know what I'm saying. But are you wearing a purse?
Oh,
what is that around your shoulder?
No,
looks like you have a purse on. A strap.
Oh, this is the.
The earbud. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, earbud.
Right.
Oh, right.
Well, you look amazing. Everybody's into it. All right, so we'll get back to that too. But like, because I've got it on the screen here, I just want to. Sorry to make it all about me and my bullet points here. There's bullet points.
Well, the universe is not providing.
Pat Dixon lost his mind. All right.
No, they made a bunch of points. They did point by point.
Oh, point by point.
Oh, Pat lost his mind about you and Karmic.
Okay, I'm already going to say, did I lose my mind about Kevin and Karmic last night?
No.
Did I even mention Kevin and Karmic? I never mentioned anything about Kevin and Karmic at all.
You mean them together?
Yeah. I talked about Kevin and I talked about Karmic. But not Kevin and Karmic.
Yeah.
I joked around about, not leaving your stream by announcing that you need to go pinch a loaf. And Karmic obviously recognizes that that's kidding. Imagine if he didn't. And about Kevin, I expressed a lot of stuff, but whatever. I didn't lose my mind.
He is dying for you to. This is from an email.
He is dying for you to snipe him. Okay.
Email. 12:34 a.m. today. He is dying for you to snipe him.
Did I in any way indicate that I was dying to be sniped? Did I ever mention sniping?
I don't. So
this is all just like.
I may have made a joke. I've done this a time or two, or said, "Well, at least we might get sniped. That'd be something,"
Well, that's not me dying to be sniped, and it's not you even saying I'm dying to be sniped. So there's in no way is that true. So that's 2 bullet points already. The first 2 are completely false.
Or send him the link. The shit show.
Or send him the link. I'm ambivalent about ever doing that show again anyway. Even if I had the opportunity, and if I did, it would not probably, Well, first of all, he would lose his channel because if you have on somebody who's lost their channel, you lose your channel.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why that he lost his channel today because of Potato. So Kevin doesn't even have a channel anymore, and he's lost his channel in the past because of Gino. Because Gino lost his channel, and he's had Gino on. So,
my God, that's right. Because balls.
Because you can't have somebody on once they lose their channel.
It was still unfolding, but these are the low lights so far.
The low lights.
He entitled tonight's show "Poor Kevin Brennan" and started with a 30-minute monologue about how everything is going wrong for Kevin Brennan.
Okay.
Pat said,
"True, that's true." That did happen.
Number 1, continue to make shit up about you being divorced, claiming
I didn't make shit up about him being divorced. Everybody that I talked to is saying that Kevin Brennan is divorced. Everybody's saying Kevin's divorced except Kevin.
Yeah.
Literally. I mean, it's not like, and is it speculation? I thought somebody must have known something, but I'm not making it up. So that's false.
that your wife left you and took the kids without looking back.
I never said anything about looking back. Took the kids without looking back. I love you. Give me that attitude.
Said you're broke.
I didn't say he was broke.
Yeah, I don't really recall that.
I didn't say he was broke.
Saying his show's in decline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that, but that's separate because that's coming too.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
And that he will donate a portion of tonight's super tips to you.
I did say that. What I didn't say I would donate a portion of my super tips. I said I would donate everything over $200. I was at 10.
Yeah.
So this is a person who doesn't
Kevin's
understand a completely humorless person. Now, I can't think of anybody who's totally humorless who would be taking notes on me and going back to Kevin with them and trying to start trouble. I don't know who it is.
Talked
I
at
can't
length
even
about how you
guess.
have to suck Sorcerer's dick.
I probably did say something about that.
Yeah, I think something
4.
like that. Was said.
Whitey is an
Like I said, he has to suck Sorcerer's dick, yeah. And which,
Yeah.
it's a figure of speech.
talks with Kevin's ex to get her on his stream.
I suggested I was in talks with Kevin's ex. In talks?
No.
Wow.
I said I would not have her on.
Yeah, I know.
I literally said I would not have her on.
That was the clearest point.
Yeah.
So, what's the lie count now? This is ridiculous. Or are these lies, or is this just poor listening and listening comprehension?
Well, it might be a combination of both.
So you think they're stupid and hateful?
And hateful, and hear what they want to hear.
Mm.
It's
You
malicious
and-
intent.
That's a tough thing to get through.
I can't wait to see that.
Mm.
5 claims Pat is your only friend. This is my only friend saying
I don't. Again. How low? How bad is your humor dar? You know what I mean? Do you have any funny dar at all? Claimed he's your only friend. Holy shit. This is my only friend saying this.
all this stuff.
I mean, it is pretty funny. If you listen to all this, you go, hey, damn, I got to watch that show. This guy sounds like a maniac.
6 alleges that you are too much of a coward to ever shit
Yeah.
talk to his face.
I said he never did talk shit to my face.
Yeah.
I don't know if I alleged, you're too much of a coward to talk shit
Yeah,
to my face. I don't think I did that.
Yeah. I
So
don't
that's
recall that.
that's I'll give that a half truth.
Okay.
I pointed out he's never done it,
Yeah.
which he hasn't.
You're right. Like at the time and all that stuff.
And even to my face, not to my face, like put up your dukes. I mean, even on the same show. Like he never. I was pointing out that he talks bad to like Chad, Stevie Lou, everybody he has on, except people like the Sorcerer. And I said he never talked to me bad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's how that went.
That's all I said. So from that, this whoever the fuck this is
Yeah.
says, yeah, he alleges you're a coward. Okay.
Not in that conversation. I think it was made mention about, Bob Levy having to hold him back as his excuse for not, attacking.
This is alleging that he wouldn't say shit to my face because he's
right.
a coward.
I don't think
That's
it's in the
different.
same
Let's not
context.
strain to try to find any.
Yeah, I know.
Like
That's right.
Yeah.
untrue is untrue.
Yeah.
This is not true.
Right.
But thanks for keeping it honest.
7, pretends to feel sorry for you because it's not easy to go through a divorce when you're almost 70 years.
Did I use the phrase almost 70? I said in his 60s. I never said almost 70. The dude is 64. I would not say almost 70 about 64.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like, that was almost true for a second. You know what I mean? But then, like, almost 7. It's like you have to get something untrue into every bullet point.
You know?
You know? You could have just said, yeah, he was kind of like fucking bagging on you and saying that you weren't doing well. Yeah, okay. But, like, at this point, it's like, now, again, whoever this is doesn't like me. I'm starting
Years
to think.
old. 8,
Oh.
claims you
8. These are numbered.
feel superior to him because you have a family, but because of the divorce, you can't hold that over his head anymore, and maintains, I could have had a family if I wanted.
Maintains, I could have had a family if I wanted. It's like, why is this in here? Why is this included in the Kevin Brennan report?
Well,
He said, and he says he could have had a
speculate,
family. It's like,
He
what?
could have had a family.
Yeah, I said I could have had a family if I wanted. How hard is it to come in somebody and then stay with them?
No, the physical process.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Yes.
Rather basic. Yes.
Not a big deal.
One, it's not an accomplishment. That's what he's saying. He could have had a family if he wanted to, if all the women in his life didn't run for their fucking lives or try to murder him.
So he's still reading. If all the women in his life didn't run from him or try to murder him. Well, I broke up with
Wow.
most of the women. I broke up with Mandy. I broke up with Chrissy. I broke up with Carmen. And they fucked me for several years each. All I had to do was just not pull out. You know what I mean? That's all I had to do. It's so funny. Like if every woman didn't run from him, they don't run from me. They don't run from me. They don't run from me. Opie. No, they don't. I wish they would. I wish they would have run from
Well,
me.
that's what I was about to say. I mean,
I wish they would run away and stay
Please
away.
Run away. Go
Please.
away.
Yeah.
God sake. Please. Run.
Please leave.
I begged some of them to run away, and they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Go the fuck back to wherever you go. Jesus fucking Christ.
9 says your audience is down to less than a third of what it used to
I said it was down to a third, not less than a third. And that's basically accurate.
be, and your money is barely a trickle. 10.
I didn't say barely a trickle. See, when you give it, it's like I said his money was down. It is. That's a fact.
Well, yeah. I mean, if your audience is in decline,
If
then
your audience is in decline, your
Yeah.
money is in
money's-
decline.
it's going to decrease. Yeah.
And it's still way more than mine. Notice that didn't get
Yeah.
bullet pointed. I pointed
know,
that out
it
last night.
is. It's like, right. That's
Kevin,
funny.
watch the bullet points.
Pretends he's sad for you because he's hurting so much. Melna has quadrupled Kevin's audience without even
Probably said something like this.
trying. He thought he'd always be on top, and now he's in the gutter, quote unquote.
In the gutter, quote,
He
unquote.
also tried to drag Karmic into it.
This I did not do. They're trying to drag Karmic into anything. It's the last thing I want to do. Karmic, I don't know why people don't understand this, has zero to do with anything. Nothing. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Why is somebody going to try to drag Karmic into it? How did I and listen to this? This is a clue.
Classic triangulation bullshit that narcissists always do. Tries putting Karmic in his place in the most assholish way possible by claiming falsely that Karmic was discussing his bowel movements on his stream.
Look at Karmic.
Well, yeah.
He's like,
Whoops.
by claiming falsely,
What can I say?
tried to put Karmic in his place. Can you imagine the
We tried
the-
to put Karmic
just-
in his place.
just the humorlessness of that? To say that, to go, he tried to put him in his place by claiming he discussed his bowel movements on stream. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Have you lost
Boy,
your
that
ability
is the
to
question,
laugh?
isn't it?
Wow. Wow. We were making jokes about poop and about Karmic saying that he left to poop because Aries said that he had to pee, and he goes, "I gotta go that other way," and like,
Yeah. What else could it be?
what else? What other way? Claiming falsely. And then so we sort of had some fun with that. Imagine hearing that and going, I have to make this is me dragging Karmic into it. Classic narcissistic triangulation. He said that Karmic was talking about his bowel movements. Falsely.
So, Karmic, are you going to sue Pat Dixon for defamation?
Of course. Oh, well, I probably not.
Wow.
Karmic is devastated and trying to.
Karmic is devastated.
Devastated.
Look at him. Look how devastated he is right now.
Oh, my God. No.
Perfect freeze frame for devastation. Oh my God, he's devastated right this moment.
The agony.
Ah,
God.
I can't believe how devastated Pat Dixon made me. These are grown men.
Shit.
And trying to make Pat love him again by shitting on him via super tips.
Trying to make Pat love him again. Karmic, I like you a lot. But
Well,
if I'm honest, I have to say I never really loved you.
Oh no! Oh no!
I just want Pat Dixon to tell me he never really loved me.
Callback.
Oh my god!
Pat is so clever, clearly bleeding. And then they screenshotted 3 of your super tips. Pat is so clearly bleeding from the ass over the fact that you're ignoring him.
I'm bleeding from the ass. Someone is taking that note on last night's show. I am bleeding from the ass
Good Lord.
over the fact that Kevin is ignoring me. I've wanted Kevin to ignore me for a year.
I know.
Kevin's ignorance would be is fine with me. Yes. I guess whoever this is trying to help me, trying to assuage my ass bleeding by going, Kevin, he wants your attention. I mean, this is so wild.
Wow.
And I don't know who would do this. If anybody in the chat has any suggestions on who it might be, I don't know. Who would be sitting and taking notes like this and saying these things about me? Running over to Kevin. Look at him. A tattletale.
Time to have notes on Pat Dixon.
I mean,
Who would
diligent
say
point by point. Bullet
Pat
points.
Dixon? Yeah.
Which are almost completely false. Almost completely false. I mean, it's a lot of, for a bullet point, that is like a very, very, that's a huge extrapolation. You know, he's so clearly bleeding from the ass.
Yeah.
Bleeding from the ass.
Wow.
So here we are
Oh, God.
at the congressional hearing as Chairman Brennan.
I got this email from one of my constituents, yeah?
This is an anonymous.
Yes.
Now, someone sent me this. Someone.
Yeah.
someone.
Ass bleeding Dixon is
My ass is so bloody. Because you know how when someone ignores you, it just makes your ass bleed?
Oh my God, yes.
Ah,
Oh,
Oh.
man.
I hide it.
It's horrid.
It's a heavy flow.
I hide it.
Yeah.
He also
Heavy
made
bloated.
multiple AI videos about you and Chad.
Oh, wait, this. Yeah. Hold on.
All right.
And trying to make Pat love him again by shitting on him via super tips.
Karmic's literally
Pat
laughing.
is so clever, clearly bleeding, and then they screenshotted 3 of your super tips.
Complete with screenshots of super tips. Imagine caring what someone super tips someplace. Look at these super tips.
Wow.
Well, it's
Of
always
Kevin-
up on the
this-
screen.
Of Karmic being devastated,
Yeah.
trying to make Pat Dixon love him again. Look at it. Just look at it.
Lord. Oh, sweet Carmen.
Who was supposed to be in trouble here? I don't understand it.
Karmic.
I've said far worse things about Kevin. This is one of my lightest episodes ever as far as Kevin goes. I mean, like, it was like
Oh,
offering
yeah,
sympathy and empathy. I was
Jeez.
like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I've been way harsher. So I start to think it has something to do with Karmic because Karmic was mentioned. So I think that whoever is doing this is trying to make some kind of fucking cause some kind of fissure. You know what I mean? Trying to
okay.
stir the pot and get and make Karmic feel uncomfortable and stuff like that. And you know, by clearly being absurd. It's just absurd.
Someone's trying to seduce Karmic.
Maybe it's not exactly what I said, but
Well,
Pat
that'll
is so-
be in the second bullet points.
right.
Clearly bleeding from the ass over the fact that you're ignoring him. He also made multiple AI videos about you and Chad fucking.
I made
Multiple.
multiple videos about him and Chad fucking.
Well, you got to understand trauma, Pat. It sometimes the imagination expands upon what happened.
Someone made one video
Yeah.
in which it was suggested that Chad was sucking Brennan's dick.
Yeah.
Multiple videos about you and Chad fucking.
Not fucking. No, fellatio.
Multiple videos too.
Yeah.
This
I
was
know,
one
several
video.
times over.
What is wrong with this person?
Well,
I don't mind
yeah.
if you make the bullet points. Make the bullet points. But you can't be any more accurate than this.
Well,
Jesus, it's like this is traceable. The people can watch the show from last night and see.
it's there.
It's right there. Watch it. How about play a clip? Play a clip.
Yeah.
You're going to screenshot. Why didn't you screenshot these fucking horrible AI videos of him and Kevin fucking?
Oh, yeah.
You'd think there'd be screenshots of that.
I mean, come on. It's hilarious.
How about a screenshot of my bleeding asshole?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm? I showed it.
Yes. Oh,
I
it's
showed the
splat-
big blood spot on the back of my pants.
I'm amazed you cleaned the wall up because it splattered all over it.
Show a clip of me losing my mind.
Yeah.
It's a classic triangulation. How exactly is me making fun of Karmic talking about his bowel movements during his stream supposed to get him on my side?
Yeah, someone trying to sound intelligent, you know, and
Isn't that the idea?
Words.
Narcissist.
Oh,
Sounds like a
really?
fucking idiot.
Keyword.
Karmic is a goofball, but he's a what? Karmic is a goofball, but he's a what you see is what you get person. Unlike all of these liars,
So there's a little stroke for Karmic, so he doesn't, you know.
Right.
he's a great new addition to the show, in my opinion. I don't agree with that, but people are entitled to their.
I agree.
What say you?
Well, there's I didn't do any production work for Pat Dixon at all, so that's not true. That is
You did too. You made multiple videos of Kevin and Chad fucking. He thought that was about him.
absolutely not true. He's got his own man named Pumpkin Spiced Heroin.
No, we know all about Pat Dixon. Why are you involved with Pat Dixon, and why is he what?
That's the name of
Why are
the
you?
person.
He doesn't even know what he's supposed to be. What am I even
Yeah.
supposed to be saying here?
Yeah.
Why are you involved with Pat Dixon and what is he? What?
Whoa.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
No, we know all about Pat Dixon. Why are you involved with Pat Dixon, and why is he what?
You got to clip that one, Pat. That's a good one.
Yeah. He's demanding answers to that.
Oh my god.
I mean, like he's gone through the dutifully, someone made these notes, so he's like, okay, this and this and this, and it's really all getting Kevin really angry. You can see
Oh, yeah.
it's really making him mad. He's like, okay, this and then number 8. Oh, and there's a screenshot here. Number 8. He's like really mad, and then he's like, what are you doing with Pat Dixon? What do you want? What? Let's go.
That's the name of
Why
the
do you
person.
bother defending me against Pat Dixon?
Why did you bother defending me against Pat Dixon? Why do you bother defending me against Pat Dixon? Is that what they were looking? Is that the response that the note taker was looking for?
No.
I gotta wonder.
Why,
Is this what your bullet points were supposed to do? Send him into this rage? Why are you defending me against Pat Dixon? Okay. All right.
Well, it all started when, his late night show started on YouTube. So I was listening to MLC and
Yeah, we know all that. But But what happened recently so everything from that email is true?
Except that I have any production elements involved.
Karmic.
It's a little more untrue than that, Carmen.
And that wasn't even alleged.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
I don't expect anybody to go and fight for me, or anything like that ever. I get it. This has been going on with me since fucking 2014. Fucking Keith and the girl, they went on this fucking bullshit tirade. Everybody knew it was bullshit, including the comics who would go on the show, and they're just like, yeah, that's rough. But they're not going to not go on the show, and they're not going to fucking fight him on it. They're just going to go, yeah, whatever. Pat Dixon. Mark Norman was like, Pat Dixon's just all right with me, He had nothing to say. Ray was like, I've never heard anything about that. That's what Ray said at the time. I've never heard anything about any of that. So, there was nobody who came on and co-signed it, though, which is good enough. So, I get it. People they're not really fighting for anybody, especially not, somebody irrational. And I never expect that. But everything that was just said was obviously untrue. I mean, obviously.
Yes.
Just, wildly untrue. And, and it's designed to put Karmic in this very position. That's what it's for. What else would be the point?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's trying to get him in a position to stir up trouble here.
Yeah.
And maybe worm your way into Karmic's head, I guess. On some ground or a level.
Well, there's people who don't want an ally of mine, a friend, anybody who's friendly with me. They don't want them on MLC in any regular basis.
Right.
That would be my guess. Is that you got to make it too hot to even be over here, or ideally completely flip him so that he's like, yeah, fuck Pat Dixon.
Yeah.
So that's really what this is about. Pathetically, that's what it's about.
Yeah, this is
This has nothing to do with any of the people that you're watching on screen right now, including Kevin and Karmic. This is all about one person. This is about somebody taking notes and somebody taking bullet points. It's about that one person.
They got notes.
All about you, note taker.
Yes, the
What a
note
fool.
strike once again.
Everything he was talking about. Yeah, he went off.
Yeah, we don't care about what you bring production value to the
I
show.
bring nothing. I bring nothing.
I
We don't care.
That's what
Why
he
is
said.
Pat Dixon all of a sudden? Pat Dixon's going after me. He sees. He thinks there's blood in the water now because Chad is going after.
See, why are you asking Karmic what I think?
Yeah.
Why are you asking Karmic about me? You can watch my show. You got the bullet points. Help you follow along. Holy shit. It's not hard to determine. You can ask me.
Yeah.
I don't want the link. I'm not asking for the link. I don't want to be sniped. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm not going to be made to speak this precisely on my own fucking show. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, Pat.
He's trying to care a little. The only thing that's frustrating him at all is that, like, you know, he's hoping for some
After
easy.
me?
He was going off that your life is falling apart. That's what the
True.
theme of everything that Pat was saying. So
Based on what?
just what his
Based on your declining numbers. We can see it. There's a count. Maybe you've seen it. It's at the bottom of the screen. It shows how many people are watching you. It's lower now. Based on that, the numbers that get reported. Based on everybody saying that you're divorced and your wife and kids are gone. Based on that. Based on the fact that you stream multiple times every day and you still don't get the same numbers. Based on this, based on that, what I can observe and what I've heard. Is that so crazy?
Yeah, that's all cleared up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
his assumption.
Oh, it's my assumption.
I don't want to go there, but your marriage and stuff.
I already
breaking
went
down.
there. I already read it.
Yeah.
I already read it.
So that's where he went. So pretty much he was
It's
throwing out
like, don't reiterate it.
assumptions, I would guess. I had never heard it from your end, these things.
So let me get this right. So you
He's
think if
laughing.
my marriage was on the rocks, I would be on here crying about it?
No, I don't. I think you'd be sitting there denying it.
You're doing exactly what everyone would expect you to do.
Don't you understand? I don't even understand the thought process.
Well, he's saying that everything is falling apart,
It's not. It's
that's what
not.
he's saying.
Listen. Like I said, even if my marriage was going badly, when people started saying my marriage was going badly, I started being extra nice to my wife to stick it to everybody.
Ex-wife.
Right.
So these clowns, whatever they say I'm doing, I'm going to do the opposite to stick it to them. So if they say my marriage is going bad, I go by my beautiful.
Isn't this nice?
Your wife would prefer you being nice to her because you want to be nice to her, not
hold on. Yeah, so let me hear this again.
So these clowns, whatever they say I'm doing, I'm going to do the opposite to stick it to them. So if they say my marriage is going bad, I go buy my beautiful wife some flowers.
Out of spite.
Pat saying,
out of spite.
Damn it, Kevin, you are the quintessential romantic.
Yeah, the man really. His heart just got 3 sizes bigger.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Out of spite. I'll buy my wife some flowers.
It's weird that Kevin just comes out and cell phones over it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm sure he's being funny. You know what I mean? Like, it is a funny thought.
It
Like,
is
I,
pretty
just
funny,
to
yeah.
stick it to him. That's
Yeah.
funny. People are saying my marriage is going bad. I buy my wife some flowers just to stick it to him. That's fucking hilarious.
I used to hold over his head that I was a family guy. And
I never said he held it over my head. See how that goes?
Yes.
That like, oh, he
Yeah.
held it over my. I said he held it over Stuttering John's head. I said he held it, that his wife left him, and his family abandoned him. And I said that he held it over everybody's head, acting like he was, acting like that was. I said it was one of those important things that he circled back to for his self-esteem. I didn't say he held it over my fucking head.
he's not. And he's saying he could have had a family if he wanted to.
Who couldn't?
Yeah, along those lines, but
If what? But every girlfriend he's ever had, they left him.
Broke up with Carmen, broke up with Chrissy, broke up with Mandy. I don't know what happened in that last one. It was awfully fucking weird.
You broke up twice.
I believe that. Yeah, I broke up a couple of times with her. And
yeah. Okay.
And then there was some bullshit, and then she wanted to talk, so she took an assumed name and tried to contact me.
Yeah.
Not unlike this note taker, really, because she showed up after that Ron Fuddle business with notes too. So we're looking for somebody similar to her who's probably doing this.
After they did Keith and a girl.
Well, Pat did say about himself, he's a marriage type guy, and he leads himself into these situations that after a while thinks are not healthy for him. So that's why he's kind of like,
Yeah, because
not
he's
doing
mentally not well.
Maybe. I never claimed to be the most mentally healthy person ever. But I'm not diligently taking notes on somebody's fucking Rumble stream and trying to get people in trouble and fucking make people uncomfortable in order to like secure my legacy.
He used to hang out at fucking Compound Media, even when he didn't have a show, because he just hated his wife so much.
Yeah, I would say it's a pretty funny thing to say if somebody's like, what are you doing here? Got a show? No, I'm just getting away from my fucking wife. What am I supposed to say?
No,
you know what I mean?
That's what it was.
This is some of that G reporting, you know what I mean? Where it's like, he said this and that.
Yeah.
He said she was too big. She was too big for their apartment.
Okay.
Gee.
And
I get it. And I said, how big is she? She said like 6'2".
I think there was a series of dogs involved in that apartment too. So he couldn't go there simply because there were so many dogs that she had involved.
Oh.
I believe.
different place. This is the one who killed her dog so that I would come over and stay the night.
Oh my god.
And got rid of the other one, but yeah, that's first marriage. We're talking about early 90s, the one 90 to 95, 10 dogs. Completely different.
Yeah, but that
not
just
the
shows
same
to
one.
show- that
Yeah, but I'm
goes to
just-
show that Pat Dixon's mentally ill.
But listen.
I could be wrong.
No, I don't think she had a lot of dogs in a studio.
Well, it was like 10 dogs that I heard.
Yeah, that's not true.
It's not true.
Pat would have mentioned it. If somebody has 10 dogs in his, have you ever been to a studio apartment?
No, I can't.
It's
say
one
that.
room. It's one.
It's like, no, I live in my palatial fucking manor here in Minnesota, lording it over me again.
room. That's your apartment. One room, and then you got to pretend like you have different alcoves.
He asked Carmack, have you ever been in a studio apartment? He's like, no, I haven't, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't visit anybody.
You got to. Oh, look, we sleep over here. Here's the kitchen. It's one fucking room, and then you have a bathroom.
Trust
It's
me,
in
I
the other
know.
room.
It sucks.
Yeah, you can't even imagine
All
that.
right,
'cause you live in
relevance.
Minnesota.
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Objection.
To be honest with you.
Yeah,
but-
so there's no way
Miss
he had
Dixie
10
Mimi?
dogs.
okay, gotcha.
Jesus.
If Tom thought you were gay, what's he say about Neil? Also send Turkey 2 times the link.
Turkey 2 times,
Yeah, how's Bob
baby.
doing? I can't even. I know too much. Bob has dogs.
Is he
But
a
Bob
dog
don't live
person?
in a studio. Bob has a couple of German Shepherds.
They're a pain in the ass. They're a big dog too.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Tukey. Hi, Tukey.
Oh, hello. Queens of the Stone Age singer? Who are you?
Tuki, is this really you?
No, it is not. It is actually the Mud Shark in disguise. It's actually you, Kevin. It's you.
Do you know Carmix from he goes on Pat Dixon show a lot. You know Pat Dixon.
He goes on Pat Dixon's show a lot. Once.
Yeah, he goes on the show.
I do know Pat Dixon. I do not know CarMax. I've used their service many times, but I do not know them personally.
Well, I appreciate your patronage there, Tukey.
And while we're on the subject, CarMax is if you're gonna get a used car, CarMax is the way to get a.
And that's the end of the Dixon talk. That is literally the end of the Dixon talk.
Boy, somebody,
Wow.
that's sad. I mean, someone did a lot of due diligence writing a whole, fan fiction of the whole thing.
Right.
I know.
And Kevin just ends up talking about dogs or something and then moves on to Tookie.
Yeah. I'd be pissed off if
I
I was the
know.
note taker. Note taker.
Someone put a lot of work in that, Kevin.
Darn it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, at least you got the ass
Oh my
bleeding
God.
part in.
Yeah, my ass is bleeding.
That's true.
Yeah.